The town of Grispen Hills, the southeastern portion of the Kingdom of Alson, there was discovered, not too long ago, a dwarven mine in these hills. And as such, whenever an old dwarven mine is found, since the dwarves have been gone, at least as far as anyone can tell, they've been gone for quite some time, folks began to flock here in order to delve deeper into the mine, look for whatever treasure the dwarves may have left behind. And for good reason. There have been various mines uncovered across the kingdom that have brought, some treasures, some sorts of devices and machinations that have helped the kingdom advance technologically. So a lot of promise and a lot of interest in this mine here in Crispin Hills. It catches the attention of two travelers, one Grocus Darkbringer, who himself, being one of the last full-blooded dwarves, was very keen to come here and learn what he could about his ancestry and his people. And meeting along the way the Aasimar wizard Artemis, who in her own pursuits of knowledge was headed to this town as well. There, they met an interesting cast of characters, not least of which was Aranis, the half-elf bard, who met them in the Tack and Trim, the local tavern that's nautical-themed, even though there's no water anywhere near around. Aranis saw an opportunity to ally himself with these two travelers, and perhaps in the exploration of the mine themselves, find some answer to a problem the town has been having, a problem of a gang of bandits who have been periodically raiding the town, shaking people down, requiring protection money, led by a man that you've not met yet, whose name you've heard, just the name Cartwright. However, he himself even answers to someone else. The party left the Tack and Trim after meeting up together, and went out into the streets where they saw a couple members of this gang had arrived at town and were shaking down a gnome salesman. You all intervened and managed to do so fairly non-violently through the use of clever persuasion and some spells to boot, and sent the bandits packing on their way. The gnome man quickly shaking himself off, packing up his cart and saying he was going to get out of town. You all then decided that the next best course of action, with what daylight was left, was to head an hour outside of town and go to the mine itself in order to begin your own search of it. Now, what you know so far about the mine is that there have been people who have begun the process of excavating it. There are rails and carts that have been set up. However, no great treasures have been found yet. Some ore veins have been uncovered for semi-precious metals and whatnot, but nothing quite yet has broken wide open with this. In fact, there's talk about an obstruction in the mine itself that has not yet been cleared. So you all arrive late afternoon to the mine. You scope out the place, and you found two mine carts that were still on tracks. Grocus and Artemis got in the back one, Aranis got in the front one, and with a little push, you entered into the darkness of the mine. Not completely dark, though, because Grocus very astutely lit up his drift globe before entering in. So that's where we're picking up today. Before we get into the description of the mine and what your characters are going to experience first, as you're first entering in, is there anything additional that you want to be doing? Any preparatory spells or conversation before, just as the last bits of the daylight are leaving you?
Can I do I don't know, like a history check maybe to see if any townspeople have come back and said that there are anything going on down in the mine to be wary of?
Yeah, I'm going to say go ahead and actually roll a so technically this would kind of fall under history, but I'm going to say go ahead and roll a retroactive perception check. I want to see, because there was general talk amongst people that was very out in the open. But what did your perceptive eyes and ears pick up, perhaps that wasn't spoken to the public?
Okay, plus 4 to perception. I just got a nat 20.
Whoa!
That's where to start. That's where to start a session right there.
Okay.
I can try to show it. Let's see. Without knocking this over.
What a start. Yes, let's see it. Let's see it. Where is it?
Oh, my dice.
Oh, it runs. Oh, you got
I
a
just
14,
moved it.
Casey.
I just moved. Oh, my goodness.
Amazing. Amazing. Okay, so nat 20, total of 24, I believe, then?
Yeah,
Was your
24,
bonus?
yeah.
Okay. DC was 25. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, so with that high of a roll, you very much were able to, amongst the tack and trim, and even just walking out amongst people, just keeping an ear open. A couple things you picked up on. One was that the mine cart system itself has been repaired, but it was built upon existing mine. Like, this isn't brand new. These are actually the dwarven carts, and there was some, repair work that needed to happen to get them working again. But yeah, so that's one thing you know. Another thing you know is that the blockage that they have found seems to be you heard talk of like a cave-in, and so there seems to be some sort of blockage that comes from lots of rocks and everything falling down together, not necessarily like a wall, a dwarven wall, or a crystal growth or anything like that. So what you did pick up, because natural 20, is that they have attempted to start clearing it. Going by hand has been going very slowly, and there is not the explosive capability. They don't have like blasting powder or anything in order to work on it more quickly. So some excavation has started to happen, but it's been going very slow by hand.
Okay, cool. Yeah, we should be fine, guys. Just might come up against a blockage, but I don't know anything about anything that should be dangerous down here. So we should be good.
Should be.
Should be.
Well, okay.
I think I'm just gonna cast mage armor.
Okay.
Just to be safe. So
Just because, why not?
Yep.
Just-
That's only for 8 hours.
Yep. And since Uranus is in front, right? So Uranus is in front of us, correct?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna cast his guidance on him. Just have that concentrate on him, just because.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And that
I was gonna
lasts for
touch
a
him.
minute?
So yeah, I was gonna touch on the back, but like, okay, just yeah, it lasts for. And I can keep doing it at will. So
Yeah.
it's gonna keep just like.
I'll
making
say
sure.
I'll just assume that like every minute or so, if you're not interrupted by something, you're just kind of reaching up and giving him a little tap, little squeeze on the shoulder, just
Like a nervous yes or
Yeah.
I'm just like nervous. Like, so are we good? Like, are we okay?
We're good. We're good. It's okay.
Okay,
Are we there
okay.
yet? Are we there yet?
just making sure.
I love it. I love it. Okay, so with those preparations, you enter the mine. Now, if you didn't have the drift globe, you would be subjected to just the smells and sounds of this cavern. Although, real quick, who has dark vision? Do you all have dark vision? I know half elves, Asimar, and Grokus. You certainly should.
Yep.
Okay, so one quick thing, note for the dark vision rules. Dark vision gives you the ability to see up to your dark vision distance in like no light. What this actually looks like is it's more of like a black and white kind of grainy, like think of like a security camera, right? And so when you have no light, normally a perception check that's based on sight would be an auto fail. This allows you to still roll one, but at disadvantage. Now,
Okay.
if you have dim light, you treat it as normal light. So if it's just like one candle burning in the corner, that's enough for you with dark vision. And in this moment with the drift globe, your vision is great. You can see perfect. It's still, of course, very shadowy and kind of moody as you're going through, and the light is kind of bouncing off of the cavern. But you're able to pick up details just fine. And what you notice is the initial portion of this journey in, as you listen to the click, 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 click of the wheels on the rail. The initial portion of this journey in is very rough hewn. There is a symmetry to everything, but it's not like beautifully carved or cut out. Grokus, make a history check for me.
Ooh.
Come on, maybe I can get a 20.
You get a nat 20.
Come
I will
on.
flip my shit. I
Oh
will
my
flip.
gosh.
Here it comes. Nat 20 for sure.
Yeah. What's a 4?
Oh no.
Oh no.
After the modifier or before?
That's a well, modifier 0. So
Okay.
yeah, that's a
So
4.
Okay, so you unfortunately, I mean, as you're looking about, you're thinking, oh, is this how they constructed? Like, is there anything I can pick up here about my people and the way they work? And unfortunately, it's been such a long time since you've been in a particularly a dwarven mine. You're not familiar
Yeah.
with anything here. Yeah.
It
It's
was a
all
long
feeling
time
very new.
ago, so I looked like it seemed like something like it's some part like of me kind of remembers something, just not enough to really grasp at.
Yeah.
Just like that right there, I can just almost.
Yep. As you're going, you notice that like the reason that the minecart is moving of its own accord is that there's a very slight tilt as you're going in. It's not super steep in order to cause you all to like start careening down. There is definitely a tilt though that is taking you, and you're picking up just a little bit of speed very slowly. Every once in a while there's a little bump that kind of evens you out, right? But what's immediately going through your mind is getting back up. And that's going to be interesting if you don't find some sort of means of propelling.
Uranus, dude, how do we get? Okay, so like I know we're going down, but lad, how do we get back up though? Is that? I mean, because we're going down, but is there some sort of spell or something that's gonna?
I don't really know. This is my first time in here, to be honest. I assume we just there's got to be something down there that'll take us back up. I mean, people come back out all the time, so, you know.
You should Groga start praying to Anor, just like, okay, we're good. Yeah, okay.
Just meditations going on behind you all. The cart takes now a little bit of a steeper tilt down, and it begins to pick up a little more speed. Again, there's enough of a bump every once in a while to kind of regulate it. Can I have someone roll, actually anyone can roll a perception check?
I'll do it. That's a 10.
A 10? Okay.
That's a 10, yeah.
What you're noticing as you're going down is that you're picking up on a pattern of when the cart, it's going down and then it kind of bumps to level out, and you realize, oh, there's actually a method to this to control the speed just naturally, which is quite ingenious, really. But then all of a sudden up ahead of you all, still in this symmetrical, rough-hewn kind of shape, you see a turn to the right. And you're coming up on it.
We're about to turn, guys. Just hold on.
Oh. Boy.
Okay. You turn, and there's a slight bank, and then it turns, and then like being at the top of a roller coaster,
Oh, no.
you see a drop, and you see on either side of the rails, the cavern gives way. It opens up, and all of a sudden the railing is built upon scaffolding, and you begin the process of going down. I need everyone to make a dexterity saving throw to hold on tight.
Oh.
It is
Here we
not.
go.
This is just holding on. It's not a very high DC, but yeah, dex saves.
Dude, okay.
Okay,
See
well,
that saving throw. Dexterity save is
Well, that's not good.
13.
It's a
13.
9.
A 9.
It's a 9.
I just rolled another nat 20.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And plus guidance too, if you want to use that. It doesn't.
Yep.
So a 24.
Amazing. Amazing.
Plus,
I love it.
Amazing. Okay, so here's what happens. Everything drops, and your stomach gives out in that moment. And Artemis, you start to lift up off your seat just a little bit. You grab and pull yourself down. Aranis, you saw it first, so you've already braced your feet in and everything. You're like holding on tight. You're fine. And what you hear behind you is whoa, as Grokus starts to lift up and like lose his grab. And what happens is Aranis, you reach out behind you and you grab him. I'm gonna say by the chest, but you're grabbing a chunk of beard too, and you just shove him back down into his seat. With that natural 20 able to compensate for his fail.
you good?
I'm good. Yeah.
And this conversation is happening while you are careening down, and then banking and turning, and it's happening real fast, and then all of a sudden, you look ahead, and about 50 feet in front of you, there is the blockage. Now, what you notice is that the first thing that happens is like you kind of like come back into a tunnel again, right? So this was like the open space and then whooshing back in. And you see about 50, 40 feet in front of you the blockage, and right as the blockage starts, the path begins to turn. But it begins to turn to the left and then stop right at the blockage. But you're coming up on it fast. What are you doing?
Oh.
Can I do a perception check to see if there's like a break inside the car?
Go for it.
That is a 2. So
A 2.
+4 is 6.
You are looking inside, looking for a brake, and it's not until the last moment that you remember, oh wait, there's a brake handle on the side of the cart. And you reach out to pull it, and you pull it, and you begin, and like sparks are flying from the wheels, but you got to it real late. You're going to impact at least somewhat into this mound. So, last 2 moments before you impact. Anybody doing anything?
Can I do anything?
I'd say you've already done what you can do, Aranis. You're pulling on that brake, trying to stop.
Yep.
Grokis, Artemis, anything you're doing?
I'm just yelling at you guys to hold on because we're gonna hit.
Yeah, I'm just holding on for dear life at this point.
Okay, grab it.
I'm gonna cast. Okay, well, no, yeah, we're good. We're good.
Okay. Boom! It impacts with their. I need dex saves from everybody again. Actually, I'm going to say strength saving throws to hold on and not get like ejected from the cart.
Well,
Aranis is not very strong.
This is gonna be funny.
Oh
11.
My gosh!
11.
That's
One.
a 19.
A 1.
One.
A 19.
Oh
Wow. Okay, so
Okay.
Aranis, you grab on and it hurts and you get a little whiplash, but you're able to keep yourself from getting thrown. The back cart, what happens here is the front cart stops, the back cart lifts up off the rails, and you hear the hinge that was connecting the 2 carts snap in this loud ping sound.
Oof.
It ejects Artemis. I need you and Grokis as well to make saving throws. Now, Artemis, you were able to hold on enough that you can make your saving throw with advantage. Grokis, yours is just a straight saving throw with a nat 1.
And what's the
I'm sorry. Dexterity saving throws. This is you catching yourself and landing as you get thrown from the cart.
Okay, and 13. I mean,
With
better than what I rolled
disadvantage, you
before.
said?
Yours is at advantage.
Advantage.
Yes.
Okay.
Because you rolled well enough on your strength save.
17.
Okay, so both of you hit the ground pretty hard. I'm going to say, Grokis, you're going to take... Let's see here. We got. You're going to take 1 point of bludgeoning damage.
Ooh, okay.
From hitting the ground and skidding a little bit. Artemis, you're able to kind of sort of land on your feet and then stumble a little bit and catch yourself. If you weren't wearing your gloves, it would skin your palms, but they're able to kind of keep you there. And you hear the echo of the impact, and then dead quiet. Now, question about the drift globe. Is that just on until you turn it off?
Let me double check that. That's a good question. Let's see. Items. Bam. Speaking of the command word. Yeah, if you speak command light or daylight, once used. Yeah, because I said light, because I didn't do that. I said the light spell. And so I can do that at will.
Okay.
And so essentially, yeah.
The drift globe, being a magical item, does not shatter upon impact. It does go kind of tumbling out, and it's off in the corner, but still glowing, still giving everybody light.
I'm just laying prone. I imagine I just hit hard, like because I'm wearing full armor, so I'm just like on the ground, just like prostrate, laying down. Oh.
Are you all right?
Get up here. It's like just like his back kind of snap a little bit. Like,
Oh, okay. Let me help you up.
It's Les. I'm fine. I'm fine, Les. I'm fine. I'm fine.
Okay. All
I
right.
touched my.
All right.
Is my little plant dude? Is he okay?
Was Schubert on your head?
Yes, it's true. He was.
Oh no.
Oh, no.
Schubert!
Not Schubert!
Oh.
Do we have stats for Schubert?
It's an animated plant, so let me see.
I guess I'm about to Google animated plant. Let's see here.
This is all the mission to find Schubert now.
It is, yeah. He's gone in the mine. You gotta find
Awakened Shrub is what it's called. Awakened Shrub. There we go.
Because he would probably have stats, yeah. He does. Wow, he's got way more HP than I thought. Okay, I need Schubert to make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. Okay. -1. Okay. Man.
I'm gonna say
And
disadvantage
could
because
it,
he's a
well, he's
plant.
wrapped, but he's like his little roots are kind of like I kind of timed to my head, so
Okay.
so
Okay, so regular then. I'll allow that.
Oh my gosh. It's a 5.
Oh no,
Nope.
buddy.
Let's see here. Schubert takes 3 points of damage,
Okay, he's still okay. That's fine.
and you're not sure where he is at the moment.
I'm looking at, so I'm scrambling to my feet like I feel like my baldness. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
What?
Schubert, my pet. Where did he go? Oh my gosh. I'm looking, so I'm gonna start investigating. Can you all please help me, please? I don't know where it went to.
Yeah, I'll help, but
Yeah.
are you sure you guys have done this whole adventuring thing before? It seems like it's been a little bit of trouble. I just want to make sure that we're good before we,
Lad, if I wasn't too upset about losing potentially Schubert, I'd have some words. I'd have a few words. I would be getting myself out of balance. But I want to find him. So can you help me, please?
Aranis shuts up and looks for Schubert.
Okay. With the three of you looking, it is not long before you find Schubert shivering behind a boulder somewhere. And like, if an awakened shrub could be saying anything, or projecting any emotion, he's like, oh, okay, so I'm alone now. Like, I don't know where anybody is.
I just grab it, just like kind of give it like a hug, just like it's okay, Schubert, it's okay, it's okay. Thank Anor, it's okay.
And you feel the little roots and everything kind of wrap around you as he snuggles in, and then when you put him back on top, he kind of integrates himself back into you again.
Thank you guys, I appreciate that. Okay, that's one way to start, entering the mine.
Well, yes, that could have gone a lot better.
All right, so you all three find yourself here in this kind of small. It's the size of the tunnel, but it's got a little bit of a turn to it, and so there's a little bit of a wider bank. So there's room to move about. But yeah, you're here, and there's the big blockage and it does look like just rocks that have fallen down. Some of them are more geometrical in shape with sharp edges. Some of them just look like, big boulders. You see loose dirt kind of in the midst of everything as well.
Can I use the I forget what it's called, the thinning thing, to see if I can possibly squeeze my way through and just peek on the other side? I don't want to go all the way through to the other side. Yep. I just want to peek and come back.
Okay.
Should we wrap something around you before you try that, lad? I mean, maybe because what if you're almost getting blown away? So
yes.
Do they have a rope though? I was like, wait a minute.
Valid question.
You should have rope in your packs. Yeah, I would say you definitely have rope.
Okay, perfect. So I'm gonna tie just so we'll gonna make sure we tie him just to make sure he doesn't get. Do
you tie him before or after he puts the cone on his head?
Let's tie you after. So
after.
Okay.
After, yeah.
You place the cone on your head, and there's that strange feeling of all of a sudden, feeling like your movements are more fluid. And you all notice immediately as he shifts and turns, like he's now two-dimensional. You go to put a rope around him, and it's not undoable, but you almost need to find a spot where there's going to be a natural widening or kind of cinched area, because it's not like a three-dimensional object where you can just wrap it nicely around. It's literally like trying to tie a rope around a piece of paper.
This will work.
Just hold still. Just hold on. Just hold still. Just
around his waist.
Okay, yeah, kind of crinkles him in a little bit.
This doesn't hurt, right? I mean, I don't want to,
It feels weird, but it doesn't hurt. It just, I don't know. It feels like you're being squeezed.
Another interesting thing you notice as he speaks is as his voice comes out, it's monotone. We all have a natural melody to our voice, but it's as if he is speaking in such a way that there is no vocal inflection to anything.
I'm good, guys. Do you think that I'm good to go through now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's.
Yeah. You're good. That yes, you're good.
Mm-hmm.
If you hear me scream, pull me back.
We'll think about it. It's a joke, lad. It's a joke. You know, just we'll pull you back.
Aranis is gonna give Grokus a look before he starts to slide through.
Okay, so go ahead and make a just a general dexterity check for me.
Would it be wise to say I did guidance before? I think I said it's too late.
Absolutely. Yep. Nope. You can add. He hasn't rolled yet. So in general, the rule is as long as the dice hasn't been rolled, or in some cases the result given, you can add that on.
Perfect.
Okay.
So you have guidance, so that's a D4.
All right.
Got this.
That is an 11 plus 2 for regular check is 13. Why not? I'll use guidance. That's a D4, right?
Yep.
Yep.
Just gonna try to get up above 15. I feel like I should be good with a 15. That's 3. So 16.
16. Okay.
Fine.
Pretty good. What you note, so it's a really weird feeling being thin and trying to slide through something, especially because as your face finds an opening, everything just kind of goes dark. It's like you're looking directly, at something. Two things you notice. One is that the rope is causing a hindrance because the rope is not flat. The rope is 3-dimensional, and so it's, having a hard time passing through the same sort of cracks that you would. The other thing that you're noticing very quickly is that there's no one thin crack for you to get through. You're almost having to you'd have to bend and twist your body to fit through an area. And even as you start to do that, maybe you get in a few inches and then there's another stone right there that's blocking you. You realize pretty quickly that this solution is more than likely not going to work unless there is a true, all the way through slot, which you don't see right now. Great idea, though.
Tried it.
All right.
Pull me out.
Just pull him back out.
Very gently. Don't rip him like paper.
Once I get out, I pop.
No, wait. Let me untie you first, just make sure. So I'm gonna make sure the rope's off first.
After I'm untied, I'll pop the thing off.
Good way to lose some weight real quick. Popping out with the rope still tied around you.
So that didn't work, guys. I don't. Any ideas? That's all I had.
Could try to blast our way through it.
I do have shatter. I don't know if that would.
But we're surrounded by rocks, so shatter sounds like something that may, I may not have been doing this very long adventuring, but I feel like that might disrupt the balance of this cave in general, this mine. So
good idea. I didn't mean to hurt any feelings. I was just wondering.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
No feelings, no.
What else can we do?
But this might be the best idea, though, because I don't know how else we would.
Well, I do have magic missile, so I could potentially blast our way through it.
A little more control. I'd say might as well try.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to advise that you all take several steps back. All right, I'm going to cast magic missile.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so the magic missiles are incredibly precise. In fact, when used in combat, as anyone who's played D&D before would know, they're an auto hit because they do the whole anime missile and find the spot. Because of that, I'm going to say that you would be able to surgically place these. So how do you want to hit do you just want to try to blast a hole? Do you want to go at any particular spots, etc.?
I'm gonna say just gonna try and blast a hole directly, right through the middle.
So you're concentrating your missiles into the middle.
Yes.
Okay. Awesome. Okay. Awesome. What level are you casting it at?
We're gonna do first level.
Okay, so that's 3 missiles. So go ahead and roll 3d4 and then add 3 to the total.
Okay.
Can I watch the ceiling of the mine just
Yep.
to make sure, like after the first one hits, that nothing is getting ready to come down on us?
For sure. Go ahead and make a perception check and just hold on to the number for me for a second.
Okay.
And then you said plus 3?
Yep, because each missile gets a +1.
Okay, so that's 8.
Rokus is going to put on his helmet lightly over Schubert just to make sure give him a little more protection. So
Okay.
So that's 11 points.
11 points total? Okay.
Mhm.
Boom, boom, boom. These missiles hit the middle. They blow out, as I just hit the mic, they blow out a chunk of the blockage here in the middle. And in that moment, Aramis, what would you get for your perception check?
I got 15 on the die, plus 4 to perception is 19.
Amazing. Okay, so what you notice is that the ceiling seems to stay fine. There are chunks around the hole that's been blasted that start to fall in and kind of fill the space where it was, but a good chunk of the middle has been reduced to like a fine powder and blown away. So as more things come in, all of a sudden you do see up in the corner, like just blackness. Like, doesn't seem to be more rocks filling in up in the top corner. With a 19, and you kind of keeping your eye on things above, I'm going to also say you pick up something else, Uranus. You catch something out of the corner of your eye, up on the ceiling of the tunnel, up off your right peripheral, just like a little bit of movement right up in what would be it's rounded, so there's no corners, but what would be like the top right corner of the ceiling.
Hey guys, I think we're through, but I think I just saw something.
Where, lad?
What
Just
type of...
up to the right a little bit. I couldn't really make out what it was. I just kind of saw a flash of movement, but something's in here with us.
Can I find like a rock? Is there like I assume there's tons of little rocks around us, right?
Tons, yep.
Yep. So I'm gonna use a cantrip light and cast on a rock and toss it into like where that area is. Because do we see anything? Is it dark like that?
So up in the corner of where she blasted a hole, no, that's just dark. So yeah, you grab a rock. Go ahead and give me a dexterity check because it is kind of tricky to throw it right up in there in that corner.
Like, okay, well, so no, it's a 1.
Ooh. It bounces
like
off.
rolling
It
so
bounces
opposite.
off and rolls back down to your feet. Yep. Now kind of being aware that there might be something in the tunnel with you, Uranus, you're looking about, and Artemis as well, while Grokus is throwing this rock, and you see another little skitter. It's up in that same point, up maybe like the tunnel's pretty big, so it's maybe like 15 feet up off the ground. With the drift globe and with the light and with your dark vision and now knowing where you're looking, what you see is a beetle, probably about the size of a human's head, maybe even a little bit bigger. Just go and then like disappear in this previously unseen little hole that kind of goes off into the wall.
It's just a bug, guys. Just a really big bug. I think that's okay. I mean, stuff lives down here.
Yeah. I mean,
Makes
as long as it leaves us alone, then should we continue forward and just ignore?
It went off in that hole over there. I don't want to thin down and go scope that out because
No.
I don't like bugs like that. But we're through the gap. We can try to pull out the rest of the rocks and kind of get in there.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
the faster we can, yes.
Yes.
Are you doing this by hand, or are you doing it with the aid of any more spells or devices or whatnot?
I mean, I could try to use my Warhammer on it, but I feel that might be... I could definitely use my Warhammer I have.
Sure. So you begin the process of bashing at it with your Warhammer, and you are taking chunks of rock off. the hole that was created, and again, the hole came from rocks falling into the space where Artemis had blasted. So, that kind of naturally now occurring hole is a good 10 feet off the ground. So you're not actually working on being able to work on that spot, but you are able to work underneath it and see some stuff drop down a little bit. Very quickly, you're starting to sympathize with the miners from Grispen Hills who talked about how slow it's been going trying to clear this by hand. It is a tedious process.
I'm exhausted. I'm tired.
Is the rock that Grokus lit up, is it still...
Yeah, still standing on the ground over there, providing a little extra light.
Hey, Grokus, if I can borrow that, I can just try to climb up there and kind of set it in that hole and try and see in there.
Yes, of course. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
So yeah, I'm gonna grab the rock and kind of hold it in that.
I'm gonna pat him again and say, "Be careful." Another thing of of another guy casting out again, just in case. So
love it. Go ahead and make an athletics check to climb up to the top.
Ooh, athletics.
Ooh.
Athletics is +1. That is a 2, so I got a 3.
Okay. You are going up, and I'm going to say that you get up and you put the rock. I mean, you're tall, and it's not super tall. I mean, it's probably, I don't know, basketball hoop height. And you get it up there, but just as you're placing it, your foot slips, and you scrape your shin real hard. And you take, between the shin scrape and the fall that comes with that, you take 3 points of bludgeoning damage. And so the light is up there. But you took a little damage in the process.
Okay, 3 points of damage.
Lad, are you okay? I imagine we heard just like the tumble, just like the whoa.
Oh no, I just scratched my foot. Or my shin. I'm fine. It's okay. I mean,
okay.
You sure? Okay.
My ego is bruised, but everything else is.
Grokus was preparing to do like a healing spell. I was like, okay.
You all hear this little sound right behind you.
My turn.
I'm going to use one of my features, which is I can, what's it called? Eyes of the Grave, just to make sure I can see anything undead within like 60 feet. So you see like my eyes go white, just like the white to my eyes as I do that. And so that's,
I like to think it's almost like a milky clouding over that happens. Woof, and you do a quick head on the swivel and you do not sense any undead. You all turn around, and what you do see is standing about maybe 5 feet in front of you on the ground is one of those large beetles. Just kind of, but he's just like looking at you, and you just hear like the wings kind of a little bit and make that little clicking sound. Just standing there.
That's suspicious. Does anybody else think that's suspicious?
Just slightly suspicious.
I mean, it's a bug. I mean, I mean, sometimes bugs are curious about beings, I guess. So. I don't think it's too strange. I mean, it's probably its habitat.
Can I try to like jump at it to see if it like flinches away, like it's afraid of us, or if it's just like I'm here and I'm watching you guys?
I would say make either intimidation or animal handling. Usually animal handling is more benign, but I would say in this moment, if you want to use that stat, you could use it to scare the animal.
I've got a +5 to intimidation, so we're going with that.
That
is a 7, so 12.
12 total? Okay. I mean, it's a bug, so it doesn't have super high stats in response to that. It like flitters up, and it's now on the side of the wall, and kind of perched there.
It's just a bug. It's just...
But why won't it leave us? It's I feel like it's watching us for something. Do we attack it? Does that does that make more come?
Okay, I mean, it's up to, like I said, I think it's just a bug. So if you guys want to, it's fine. I mean, they'll make kind of upset the balance between nature and everything, but I mean, if you guys want to, I'm not going to stop anybody. So I think it's fine.
Screw this. Firebolt.
Firebolt? Okay. Go ahead and roll an attack.
Oh no.
One.
That's a 6.
A 6? Okay.
Yeah.
Um, the firebolt hits the wall next to it, and it and goes off to the other wall, and there.
Okay.
And it kind of, I mean, it's not like just frozen. It's starting to skitter around a little bit.
You know,
Um,
I feel like we should make haste through that.
I agree. I agree.
Mhm.
Since you all have been looking at this bug for a while, anyone who wants to go ahead and roll a nature check.
Yeah, can't be another one. Can't be worse than one.
Right.
You say that.
My gosh.
7 nature. I got a
3
7.
plus
3, 7. Okay.
Yeah.
10.
10. Okay.
Yeah.
Artemis, you don't have context for what this means, but you do notice that as it flies from one side to the other, you're picking up like this like low, dull orange glow underneath its outer shell. So like the way the shell kind of comes up to allow the wings out. When that lifts up, you're sensing this dull orange glow, almost like a firefly. But not the same sort of like a firefly would have like that bright yellow kind of glow to it. This is like a dull orange.
Okay. So I relay that to those two. I don't. Why won't it leave us alone?
Don't know.
I mean,
Maybe
it's an insect. I mean, it's going to be curious about him. I mean, any kind of being, I feel like, since like this is like its home essentially, I imagine. So it's going to be curious about anything that's kind of moving along inside of it.
Okay.
You see it and disappear into that hole.
It's gone now. So
All right.
okay.
Okay.
You hear behind you as you look and see 3 other of these beetles. Some like you've been distracted, they came out somewhere, and they're headed into the hole where the blockage had been. So the path that you've cleared up at the top past the blockage, you see them just go into there and disappear into behind the blockage.
Can I climb up to try to take a peek again?
Mm-hmm.
Last time I fell down, I just want to take a peek because I'm
Lad,
wondering
be
if on
careful.
the other side of this, there's just like hundreds of them or something.
Sure. Go ahead and roll another athletics check.
And you got guidance, so D4.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. So that's 14. Athletics is +1, 15, and then I'll leave it with the 15.
Okay, saving that guidance here for a minute. Okay, so 15's enough. You make your way up, and you kind of grab the stone that had the light on it and pull it aside. And as you do so, something reflects back to you. The light that's going into this cavern, you kind of look up over and get an eye to where you can see. And what you see inside is just these like dull, glowing, crystalline structures or mounds that are in the middle of an area that opens up more. So, like real quick with a look, you see that the cavern opens up a bit. There's some sort of like dull, brownish orange, glowing crystals in the middle. You don't see like big swarms of these beetles or anything like that, but the movement of the light provides a little reflection off of the crystals.
I think we're good, guys. There's just some glowing mounds in here, but nothing dangerous. It doesn't seem like.
I mean, I feel like glowing mounds could be dangerous, so that I mean, is this like normal where you're from? Are these mounds like just like a regular?
Can I make a history or a nature check?
Yeah, you'll get different things based on them. Nature check or history check would be the 2 appropriate things here.
I'll go with they're both +0, so I'll go with nature.
Okay.
That's a 3.
A 3. Yeah, you're not familiar with mines, you're not familiar with crystals outside of, them being set in some, fine pieces of jewelry and clothing and weapons and whatnot. The natural growing elements of them is not something you've really concerned yourself with in the past, so you're unsure.
Yeah, so I just look back at Grokus and go, I don't know.
Well, that is reassuring. I mean,
It's the only way forward.
yeah, we're here. Yeah.
Okay.
Can I start pulling rocks back from up on the hole where I'm at to actually make some headway down?
Yeah, you're making a little more headway that way and throwing things down there, kind of falling down and whatnot. Pretty soon, you're able to pull enough that you feel like you could probably crawl your way through if need be. You could continue to excavate this, but you could probably crawl your way through.
While he's doing that, can I cast Detect Magic just to see what's going on?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is the range of Detect Magic?
Detect Magic, let's see. So 30 feet.
30 feet. Okay. Let me check something. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Okay. Go ahead and roll an Arcana check in addition to that Detect Magic.
That is my specialty. So
Hey.
let's do that.
On 20.
19 plus
Ooh.
4, so 23.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Here we go.
So one last thing I gotta check because rules are important.
Rules.
1 foot. Yeah, I know, right? Okay. So what you notice immediately is that as you put out the Detect Magic, anytime it hits the cave wall or even the blockage in front of you, you're not getting anything from there. Detect Magic is blocked by a foot of stone. However, there's that spot that's open. And so almost like a sliver of light that's coming through, you feel your arcane senses pierce through there. You're picking up magical items on Artemis. But then reaching past that, you are in kind of feeling your way into the cavern in that direction. And you're holding it and you're looking and you're kind of changing your angle a little bit to change that beam. And then real quickly, something appears in your sense and then disappears very briefly, like something passed through it.
May I relay this to Artemis and Grokus?
You can now. You get a sense of its. You get a sense of the aura around it, and it's some sort of like you get a sense of like a round shape. The other thing you pick up is its school of magic, which you pick up very briefly as enchantment.
Okay.
You saw something like just flash by?
Just flash by.
And it's magical. That's unnerving. And what kind of magic did you say it was?
Enchantment.
Well,
the hole seems big enough to go through now. Who wants to go through first?
big enough for everybody because I am kind of a little more, not as skinny as maybe some other people here. So,
is it big enough for all of us, or just like me?
You're worried that you're gonna pull a Pooh Bear in the.
so just like.
in the hole. I would say with moving maybe just a couple little rocks as well. Yeah, you feel like it would be big enough. The sturdiest dwarf is still, when you compare that to a 6 foot plus half elf, he could fit through.
Cool. Yeah, it looks like we can all get through.
All right.
I went through first last time into the mine, so
yeah, so we should continue that.
Let's continue the trend.
We have a system. Let's work the system.
I mean, I'm down to try. I'm already up here. I am going to climb through.
Okay.
And I'll follow suit. So I'll be in the. Well, I'll make sure. Well, yeah, I'll probably go next.
Okay.
And the squishy wizard will go last.
I was going to say, I was like, maybe I'll. Yeah.
So I need Artemis to make a quick acrobatics check, and then I need Grokus and Artemis to each make athletics checks to climb up.
And you got that guidance. Oh gosh, if we're rolling so low, this is gonna be. Wait, acrobatics check you said?
Athletics for you.
Athletics.
Athletics. Oh,
What was your check,
Oh.
Uranus?
I got a 12 plus 4, so 16.
Easy enough. You slide your way through and kind of
Like-
jump down the other side and land on the ground on the other side.
That's
Yeah. It's a-
Real. So before we get to those other checks, because did you take the light with you, or did you leave it at the top for
no,
the
because
others?
the light follows. Because the
Sorry,
drip load-
Uranus, the
Oh.
the rock that had light cast on it. What did you do with that?
I left the light up there so that they could see, and I just.
Yeah, I still have the
Okay.
drip club on me too, because like kind of
Right.
because it can follow me. So yeah, so drip club's still like, yeah,
Yeah, because it kind of like hovers behind you, doesn't
Yeah.
it? So
I'd
cool.
say yeah. So it's
Like a glowing balloon.
Mhm.
Uranus, go ahead and make a perception check with disadvantage then. There's a
man.
little bit of light in here, but you're trying to pierce into the shadows as well.
shit.
So that is a 13 and a 3. So 3 plus
Mm.
perception is 7.
7. Okay, so in the immediate kind of scan that you do, when you first look down here, you do see one of those beetles kind of skittering somewhere behind a crystal, but you don't pick up anything else. You seem to be alone in this space. Let's see, Grokus, your athletics check.
do we have to? Okay, that's a 4.
A 4?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you a
I'm
choice
old.
here because I don't want to turn. I don't want to turn climbing a wall into, your complete
Hey, I'm
nemesis.
old. I'm older, so you know what? Walls are tricky.
Yep, they are. I'm going to give you a choice here. So either do you want to take damage in order to succeed and kind of like force your way through, or do you want to potentially do you have anything you can call upon as you feel? So basically, your options are you can just push through and you're going to take probably a little bit of scrapes and everything damage, or is there anything that you can call upon in this moment to help yourself as you feel yourself slipping and having a hard time getting up this wall?
I can cast guidance on myself. I'm not sure if that would even be able. So I'll cast guidance on myself. So a little prayer so happen on me now. That'd be D4, but I don't know if that'd even be enough though to really. So I'll take the damage.
I'll tell you what. I'm gonna. So, and this is house ruling this a little bit. I'm gonna let you roll that D4, and that'll subtract the number of damage points that you get from the D4 that I roll.
Okay. Yeah, because I roll bad, so you can roll. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so I rolled a 3. What'd you get?
Oh, let me actually roll it. Come on. Okay, well that's another 1, but it's a
Another
D4,
1.
so it's okay.
Okay, so whereas you would have taken 3 points of damage, in order to succeed here, you take 2 points of damage.
I take it.
You manage to pull yourself up and shimmy through, and you kind of have to roll out the other side, and fall to the ground and feel a little beaten up.
Good, buddy.
No.
I'm gonna help him up and dust him off, and yeah.
You feel like just a weight because I'm having to just you almost pull you down because I'm pretty heavy.
Artemis, what'd you get?
4.
A 4. Okay, I'm gonna give you the same choice. Do you have anything that you can call upon here, or do you just want to force your way up and through?
Can I misty step?
Oh.
You misty step to places you can see.
Damn.
So you could, but you'd probably be misty stepping yourself up towards the ceiling inside and then falling. But you might be able to land.
On one of us.
I got you.
All right, you know what? Misty step it is.
Okay.
Okay.
You are climbing and you feel yourself begin to slip, and you just instinctually in that moment, bamf, you find yourself in the room, up towards the ceiling, and immediately falling 10 feet. Go ahead and make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh yeah, this is gonna be great.
Would we notice this? I mean, it's so quick, maybe not. I was gonna say because I try to catch or do something to take the brunt of the fall.
I would say there's not enough time because you weren't aware that she was going to do this. All of a sudden, she's just falling 10 feet away from you. Yeah.
17.
17. That's fantastic. So yeah, you managed to stick the landing, and you kind of, 3-point, boom, and you all are where'd you come from?
So you have done this before. Cool.
See? Yes. See, exactly. Youngins.
It's okay.
So you've got the drift globe in here now.
Yep.
which means the light is scattering across this cavern and it's picking up these large crystalline structures. Now that you're in here and you can see them better, they are these large, jagged crystal chunks that seem to be growing out of the ground, all in the center of this opening. But you look up and about and they're along the wall too, kind of growing out of the dirt, and it's some sort of crystal vein that is just beautiful to look at. It's interesting because it's not a bright blue, purple, green kind of sort of, it's this very dull brown orange, but with that comes almost this sense of like a sunset as the light passes through it, and even scatters little kind of muted rainbows, prism rainbows against the wall across you. It is gorgeous.
Wow.
That is something.
Is this what they've been looking for in the mine? Can I do a check to see if it's valuable?
Yeah, go ahead and roll a, gosh, I've been playing 3.5, so this would be an appraise check in that. Roll an insight check.
Insight.
Yeah.
Okay, what do I get for insight? That's a +4, not bad. That is a 16, so a dirty 20.
Dang.
16.
Yes.
I'm rolling really well
You
today.
roll the rest of the time for us.
Right?
Okay. You look around, and the interesting thing here is that you're not immediately familiar with what these do. However, being an arcane practitioner, even though a lot of your spells are cast through your music and through your connection to music, you still require material components sometimes. And there's a sense of, this feels like, it's almost like a sixth sense, that like there's something here that could help me cast spells, even. So monetary value, who knows? Value of some sorts, yeah, probably. But this thought is interrupted because you begin to hear that same sort of sound again. The difference being is that this time it's quite noticeably louder. More of a chunky.
A chunky boy, okay.
A chunky boy.
I think you guys hear that?
Your
Oh,
vision,
yes.
your vision is pulled to the ceiling, far back left corner of the cavern. As you look and see moving, and now you realize why you didn't really see it before, because it has the same colors as the thing around you. It's bronze and gold and dark orange, but you see this shape move with these long, almost like spider-like legs that come out of it. The most interesting thing you notice, though, immediately is that whereas before you were looking at like these beetles that were running around, this is mechanical. You see joints. You see the sheen of the light off of metal. As you see this round, somewhat boxy structure detach itself a little bit from the ceiling, and these long, spindly, bladed legs come out, and they're just grasping into the ceiling and hooking, and that's the sound you're hearing, as it slowly begins to begin to make its way your direction. And as you look up at it, you see all of a sudden these vents in it begin to glow as some sort of deep red fire begins to burn inside of it.
Hey, Grokus.
I need everyone to roll initiative.
Oh!
Oh no.
Oh, God. Okay.
Oh god, oh god, oh god.
All right, so for initiative, 25 to 20.
Oh, I got. Oh, nope.
Nope. 15 to 20?
I got a 22.
22, okay.
Yeah.
I got an 18.
An 18. And Artemis.
7.
A 7, okay. So 18, 7, 22, and what did our friend here get? Let's find out.
That
Real
one.
quick. Ooh, not bad, not bad. Okay. All right, so you look up in the corner, and what you see appearing in front of you is a large construct with these bladed, hooked arms and this deep, burning red glow inside of it. And it begins to come your direction. First up is going to be Artemis. What are you doing?
I am going to. I'm gonna, since Grokus has been helping me out, I'm gonna put my fist back to get some DAP, and I'm gonna cast Heroism.
Okay.
Oh.
A willing creature you touch is imbued with bravery. Until the spell ends, the creature is immune to being frightened and gains temporary hit points equal to your spell casting ability modifier at the start of each of its turns. When the spell ends, the target loses any remaining hit points from the spell.
How much would that be?
Yeah, let me find that.
And it'd be the most awkward dap because like he's not used to like any kind of like handshake, so it'd be that awkward like okay, yes.
Grokus doesn't know the way it goes. He's like trying to follow along.
He like grabs my hand.
It's like you have to grab like.
That's going to be 4 temporary hit points at the start of every turn.
I always wondered, like when you see like especially like NBA players or something, they go and like each player has a different handshake. I'm like, how much time did they spend developing all of those? 'Cause that seems real complicated to me.
Probably.
But I don't know.
Probably a lot.
Got a choreographer just like, okay, we're gonna do this.
Right.
So yeah, I'm gonna cast that, and then do I want to move anywhere?
Unless you and just so you know, unless you climb the crystals in the center, your movement options are kind of reserved to around.
Just around them.
It goes up for a ways. Not saying you couldn't climb them, but it would be pretty difficult terrain. Like you'd be moving slowly.
And how high is so it's on the ceiling, right? So how high is it above us? Because it's like on the.
Great question. The ceiling itself is probably about 20 feet high, so it's hanging 15, 20 feet above you.
Okay.
I'm just gonna go 10 feet here and kind of just try to get some cover to see what it's gonna hit us with.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
All right. Next up is going to be Grokus.
Grokus, yay. Okay, so I'm going to. So I see a creature. Yes, I got that. Thank you. I definitely need that after some damage I've taken. I'm gonna just cast Guiding Bolt and just to help everyone out. Like, hey, just to kind of, because if I hit, it will help everyone out with them attacking it. So, yeah, I'm gonna cast Guiding Bolt. So if I hit, that's gonna be 4d6 the first level.
Okay.
Let's see. All right. Okay. Well, that's okay. So it's gonna be an 8. So yeah.
An 8 misses. It flies up and blasts some chunks of crystal and rock off the ceiling next to it. You actually see it like skitter to the side and then continue forward towards you.
And then for move-wise, I'm going to make sure that I'm just kind of in front of Artemis. So I'll just make sure I kind of stand my ground for Artemis.
Okay. That's going to bring us to the creature. It is going to... Let's see here. Make sure I'm on the right page. It's going to shuffle forward. Let's see, a little bit farther. It can go to about right there. And then you're going to see that stove kind of like burning look to it. Like it does look like a low coal fire or something that's inside of it. It's got that type of like really hot orange glow to it. And you're going to see these 2 vents open up. And there's almost like that shake to the air that comes with extreme heat as it belches fire out down in your direction. It's going to, with where you're all standing, it's going to hit you all in a 15-foot cone. So I need everybody to roll a dexterity saving throw, please.
All right.
Okay.
Ooh.
Dexterity save.
Let's see.
That's a 13 for me.
13.
13 for me as well.
So that's
13.
a 11. Yep, 11
Okay.
for me.
You all
That's
just
enough,
barely
right?
pass.
Yes.
So you're all going to take half damage,
Oh.
which is, so it rolled 27. So you're going to take half of that rounded down. So each of you is going to take 13 points of fire damage
Oh, snap.
Oh,
from the belch of the fire down on top of you all.
no.
Uh,
Well, that's not great.
And
ooh.
it'll continue coming towards you. Next up is Artemis.
Okay, cool. So I'm gonna remove the broom that's been sitting on my back.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna mount it, and I'm gonna. Can I take Grokus with me?
I would rule yes, but you would move at half speed.
Okay, so 25 feet. So I'm gonna see if I can. Can I move back? I can move back, right?
Back towards the tunnel, or
Yeah, like back the way we came.
well, you'd have to go back up through the hole that you all had
Oh,
created,
boy.
and that's a tight fit. So
Okay.
not riding the broom probably.
Okay. Scrap that. You know what? We're gonna firebolt him right up the butt. That's what's
Okay.
gonna happen.
Okay.
It's metallic butt.
It's a metallic butt.
Like, I'm not sure where the butt is, but right there. Yep.
So that is a natural 19 plus
That
4,
hits.
so 23.
Hell
Yes.
yeah.
Go ahead and roll damage.
That is 2 points of damage.
Oh, okay. 2 points of damage. You hit it, and it does take the damage. It doesn't seem to be immune to fire or anything, but all you do is really leave like a burn mark on the side of it. It doesn't seem to be that affected.
Okay.
That'll bring us back to the top of the round. Uranus, you're in.
Hey, Grokus, is that dwarven or what is that? You know?
Is that going to be? Will I be able to respond to my turn, or will we be like?
I would say you could respond to him, and like it's pretty obviously dwarven. The design is very like geometric and runic in shape. Like, yeah, most of everybody would recognize that as dwarven.
Yeah, I guess, lad, it is. At least I'm pretty sure that it is.
Okay. I am going to. I get a free object interaction, correct?
Depends on what it is.
I was just going to use the little finning thing in a second.
Oh.
Okay, interesting. Because it's activated a magical item, I would consider that to be an action.
Dang. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I am going to. I'm just gonna cast Shatter on it at second level.
Okay.
We'll see what.
And then mine.
I'm gonna hit it. Yep.
Okay.
Being
Is that a
close
saving throw?
Yes, it is a saving throw. Constitution 14.
Okay, and it has disadvantage because it is made
Yes.
of metal.
Yes, it does.
Yes.
So the first one is a 17. The second one's a natural 20.
Stop it!
Oh,
It passes, but I believe it still takes half damage.
It does take half damage.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's 3d8 at second level. Yeah. Where are my d8s? Which ones are those? Those are the diamond looking ones. Yeah. Do I only have one d8 here? Oh, there we go. There's my other one. So the first two is a 6 and a 4, which is 10. And then one more is 2, 12.
Okay, so it takes
So
6
six.
points
Yeah.
of thunder damage, and you see it kind of rattle a little bit, right? Like the pieces of it kind of shake, and the fire kind of wavers inside. But then after that initial blast, it seems fine.
Okay, and then you said it's on the ceiling,
It is
correct?
currently on the ceiling, yes.
Um, how high was the ceiling again?
Ceiling
Like-
is 20 feet. It's a pretty large creature, so it's hanging down a little ways, but it's an easy, 12, 15 feet above you still.
Is it if I ran under it? Is its reach long enough to get me?
Only one way to find out.
Oh,
You know the cone was big enough. You haven't yet seen whether or not its arms can extend out or anything.
I might die right here.
No,
I want to get on the other side of it. Yeah, I'm gonna take a chance.
Okay.
And yell out, guys! I'm gonna try to flank it. So that's 10 feet right there, and then that's 15, so 25. I'm gonna go back here.
Okay.
Yeah, that's 30. Let's get back there. Yeah, so I'm gonna run under it, and if it can take in attack of opportunity, hopefully it won't hit.
Okay. As you run underneath it, one of the long bladed arms reaches down and takes a swipe down at you, and it's just a little too high. Just not quite in range in that moment.
Like Gro just sees swiping almost like a haircut, just like whoa.
Yep.
Yeah.
There's it's like the slow motion slide where you limbo and it right past you. Yep. Right.
Yeah, that's my turn. I'm behind it, guys.
Okay. That your turn?
Yep.
All right, Grokus, you're up.
Yep. So I'm gonna
second level
look back at Artemis, just sit back at the creature, and say, "Anor, come on, please guide me."
Another 4 temporary HP.
Oh yes. Oh my gosh, yes, I need that too. So let me
Real quick, was that spell concentration? Heroism?
It was, yes.
Oh,
I need you to make a quick
Concentration.
concentration check.
Yes.
Yep. So Constitution saving throw.
Constitution
The DC is
save.
10.
Okay, what do I have to Constitution save? I have +1. Yay! That's a 9. That's a 10.
Okay.
I'm getting that HP. Taking
The
it.
fire hits. When the fire hits you, you just barely hung on to concentration on that heroism spell. But yes, you're good.
Right. So I'm gonna do my last first level. I'm gonna do Guiding Bolt added. Come on, Anor, give me the balance. I need to do this.
come on.
And no.
Oh, no.
That's no.
Okay.
It's a 9.
The guiding bolt goes wide again. Yep.
Last
Crashes
first
into the
level.
crystal.
And then I'm gonna stay to make sure I'm gonna just move so as to be in front of Artemis and between myself and the creature and Artemis.
Okay.
So
Okay. Kind of blocking things off.
rolling so terrible.
On its turn, first thing it's going to do is see whether or not its belch fire recharges. And it does.
Oh, God.
Christ.
So here's the thing. Grokus hasn't done anything to it yet. Artemis's firebolt didn't do much. The person who's hurt it the most and who just ran underneath it is Uranus. So it's actually going to... You hear this loud detached thud as it drops.
No.
And as it drops,
Whoa.
instead of flipping over, you just see all the legs flip and grab onto the ground now. And it turns and takes a step towards you. And you see the furnace begin to burn again, and then a cone of fire comes out towards you, Uranus.
No.
So I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
All right. Dexterity save. That is an 11 on the die. My dexterity save is +4, so 15.
Okay.
I'm still gonna die though.
No, here's the thing. You save, so you take half damage. It rolled on 4d10. It rolled a 1, a 1, a 3, and a 2.
Woo.
Wow.
You're gonna take 3 points of fire
my gosh.
damage.
Yes.
I'm barely up. I'm barely up.
Oh my God. Are you alive?
I'm alive.
Okay.
I have
4d10,
3
and you
hit
take
points
3
left.
points of damage.
Oh, I
Man,
have 3
That's
left.
wild.
Dude. Oh, man. Oh, you said it was 3 damage?
3,
not
so you've
2?
got 2 hit points left.
I've got 2 left, yeah.
oh
Oh
man.
my God.
Like, that theoretically could have been an instant kill, and
Yeah.
you're still up.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Took a chance and it worked. Okay.
Yeah, it stays there, and it, continues to like slowly make its way in your direction.
I'm going to distract it, guys. Hit it hard. Please.
Artemis, you're up.
Okay, so if hypothetically I was to cast Magic Missile, would I hurt Artemis?
No, Magic Missile is an auto hit specifically on the target you want to hit, and you can split it amongst multiple targets, like if you had like 7 goblins in front of you or something.
Okay.
But no, it's very precise for that reason.
Okay, we're gonna do Magic Missile at 2nd level.
Okay, so that's 4 darts.
That's 4 darts?
Yep,
Okay.
so 3d4 plus 4.
Okay, 3d4 plus 1. That's 5. Sorry guys, 1 second. 5. Plus 2, that's 7. Plus 4.
I think it's auto-calculating your plus ones, so just take the numbers it's rolling.
Okay, so 5 plus 2 plus 4. And then 1 more. So that's 10 points of damage.
Okay. Good chunk
Hell yeah.
of damage as all of a sudden streaking around, like you like kind of strafe a little bit and just get a sight, and you send off the magic missiles, and they begin streaking out from, do you cast them out of like your staff or your wand or your hand?
My hand.
Your hand. So your hand reaches out and they streak out of your fingertips and they go careening around some of the crystals, kind of finding a path before you, Arana, suddenly see the thing begin to shake and be buffeted each way as boom, 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 boom. 4 of these magical darts hit it in the back and begin to dent chunks of it in. And it like skitters and turns and is like looking and doesn't quite see where it came from because it's around the corner of the crystals. And you had like just barely got it in sight. So yeah, nice job.
Thank you.
Yes. We did some
And-
damage.
Anything else on your turn?
That's my turn.
Okay. Aranis, you're up. Grokus, you're on deck.
All right, it's Groku's turn.
It's
Nope,
your
you-
turn.
think
It is my
Grokus,
turn
yep.
again. Okay,
Yep.
yeah. What
Did you
can
make
I
a-
even do now?
Did you make a save, a con save for
Oh,
the
right.
spell?
Yep, another Constitution save for heroism.
Oh, okay. I thought that only happened when I get hit with something.
You did get hit by the fire
Oh yeah, I
a
did.
second time. Yeah.
Yep. Good. That's an 11.
Ooh.
Yep.
Plus 1 to 12.
You're
You
doing
keep
more
it
work
up.
than a healer.
All right. So can I hit this thing with any? It wouldn't have like emotions or anything. I don't know what I can do. I am going to. What weapons do I have that I can hit it with? I am going to use my. I'm going to use my staff of bird calls.
Okay.
And I am going to make it sound like a how loud can I make it? I'm gonna do a raven's call somewhere off in like this area in
Okay.
hopes that maybe it'll think something is back there that's coming.
Okay.
And then I am just going to book it That's 20. I'm gonna book it to here.
Okay, so
just
you
try to get out of its line of sight.
Yep. So you make the call come and then book it around the corner. Go and roll a deception check.
Deception? I can do deception.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what we're here for. Let me see. Deception is Deception is +6, so hopefully. That's 17, so 23.
Man. Jeez
Ah.
Louise.
Okay. Grokus, you're up.
Okay, so do I notice it? So I hear the burr call. Do I notice it doing anything? Do I see it? I guess it'll be on its turn. So I'm gonna move a little bit so I can get a better vantage point of it. So let me move. Just gonna move like 5 feet until I can. So I'll just move just so I can see it.
Yep.
I mean, it's pretty big. Okay. And I'm gonna second level. I'm gonna do a guiding bolt. Just
Okay.
kind of enter that this time. Maybe something will hit. So
Okay. Go ahead and roll your
See.
attack.
oh gosh, 13.
13 misses. It goes careening off the side of the metal armor.
Yep.
Oh,
So then it's gonna just look down, just like say a couple curses and dwarvish, and just at myself, and then just still kind of make sure I'm like blocking its view of like Artemis.
Okay. So you curse in Dwarvish?
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting. Its turn.
why is that interesting?
It takes a step towards where Aranis was. And Grokus, you can see it almost like if it had a face, it'd be turning it back and forth, and you could maybe assume that the belching fire area is the face. Which, by the way, let me see whether it gets that back.
Please not.
Does not. And then it like spins all the way around and comes up towards you, Grokus.
Oh,
Like violently, like is it like coming towards like
Comes up and
hey buddy.
right up into your area. And just as you're prepared for it to burn you or slice you or something,
Shield up, just looking at Artemis, like just back up, like it's like
No.
quick, like whatever, like it'll like just back
it
up.
just stands there. It just stands there for a moment and continues to build its fire up. You can hear the flames being stoked as air is sucked in through vents throughout the creature, but
Would
it
I be able
doesn't attack.
would I be able to intuit what just kind of happened? Because I know I know language I swore. Would I be able to intuit that though?
Make a we'll say make an intelligence check.
God, every roll so low. Okay.
It's been a rough day, buddy.
you got this. You got this.
Oh my lord, that's a 4.
Oh,
Man, you gotta get new dice, dude.
Yeah.
I would
Man.
say in this moment, Grokus is not putting 2 and 2 together. He's probably wondering, like, oh, is it just getting ready to burn me? In this, like, you're not making the connection of any sort of, thing here. Yeah. But that is the end of its turn. Artemis, you're up, and Artemis and Aranis as well. Like, he swore under his breath. You didn't hear it. You're not sure what's going on in this moment either. So,
okay. Well, I'm gonna firebolt it again.
okay.
That's a 12.
12 misses. Bing! Off the armor again.
I'm just gonna shout to Crocus, "What are you doing?" and tell him to move back.
Okay. Any movement from you or anything?
No, I'm gonna stay where I am.
Okay, sounds good. Aranis, you are on the other side. You don't see what's going on because the crystals are too big. You just hear, it moving, and then I would say you heard Artemis shout, "What are you doing?" Yeah.
Okay. Are you guys okay over there? What's going on? What would I like to do? I'm going to. I just want to peek, just like a little peek. Oh, I'm moving the whole thing. That's not the right button.
Probably have to come a little farther than that to
A little farther?
get a good look
Okay.
at it. Yeah.
I'll come right here.
Okay. From there, you can see like the back end of the creature, but you can't
Yep.
see Grokus or anything.
Man, I don't know what I'm supposed to do. How far is that? Let's see.
Hey, staying alive is just as good.
Right.
It's about 25, 30 feet you were from it right now, I would say. Yeah, 30
Okay.
feet.
30 feet. Do I have? Yeah, all my stuff is gonna be for people type things. Yeah, I'm just gonna peek out enough to see, and then end my turn and just kind of observe.
Do you want to hold an action? Do you want to, take a dodge or a hide or anything like that?
I will take a hide.
Don't forget you have Bardic Inspiration as well that you can give out.
I do
my
have
God.
that.
Oh my God.
Is that a?
Yes.
That's like the bard's main thing, and I totally forgot about it. I forget if Bardic Inspiration, is it a sight thing or is it? Do I have to touch
I believe it's a bonus action
Yep.
to use it, but to do so, let's look up and see. Does it have to be sight?
And watch, we're now we're being blocked by this creature. So
I mean,
we'll
technically, you could move to see Grokus if you wanted to. You just have to come around a little bit more.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to.
And no, they just have to be able to hear you
Oh, they just have to be able to hear me.
because it's via oratory or song or whatever. Yep.
Hell yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna give Grokus some Bardic Inspiration. So hopefully.
Yeah, I think I obviously need it. You probably
Okay.
just seen like a whole bunch of these, just like this guiding bolts just miss, just these, and just flashes of light too. That's kind of that come off like I use like I'm a warhammer to kind of launch it at it. So just a whole bunch of pew pew.
Yeah, I'm gonna yell out, Grokus, you got this next one, buddy. And yeah, give him Bardic Inspiration, and that's it.
Okay, so you have a D6 to add to an attack roll
Lord knows I need it.
or a saving throw. All right, that brings us to Grokus' turn.
With the creature's not going.
It goes after you.
Oh, it does. Okay. So hearing that, I'm like, I'm exhausted. I'm getting super tired. I'm getting so fed up and just angry. I'm gonna cast Cannibal second level again. It's the last one. Just like, well,
Okay. You are within melee range,
oh,
so you would be at disadvantage on the attack.
oh.
Hit that thing. Hit that.
Well, I gotta back up then. So yeah, I'm gonna have to back up.
Yep. It does not take an attack of opportunity.
Do I take a second to notice something like that's weird because I'm expecting. I saw what it did to him, so I'm just like, okay. So I'm confused. I'm still gonna say yeah, still cast the attack. Just noticing that like weird that it didn't do anything. So it doesn't move at all. It just kind of stays put.
No, I mean it kind of follows you as you move, but you know
Okay.
it's not like frozen. But it doesn't take a swipe at you.
Okay. Could I possibly make another intelligence check, or just kind of?
Sure, go ahead and make it. I'm gonna say it's a disadvantage because you're in
Yeah.
the heat of this
Yeah, no, that makes
decision and
sense.
moment. Yeah, it's kind of like pulling yourself out of it to think in this moment.
What's it gonna be? Hold on, sorry. And 8.
An 8. Yeah, no, I mean, maybe it's just gearing up to spew fire on the two of you again.
I'm
It's
gonna attack.
hard to know.
Got
Yeah.
a bolt second level.
Okay.
Well, that might even need. Okay, well, that's gonna be. Well, I'm gonna do it just in case. You know what? Because we're gonna make sure. So we use that inspiration. It's a D6, right?
Yes.
Yep. And I think I only
Okay.
have 2 of those. So, let me
So it's
mark that
18.
off.
18
Hell yeah.
just sneaks
Hell
over.
yes.
What was the inspiration, by the way? What was the number?
1.
1? Okay, interesting. Yeah, it does hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
Oh gosh, let me actually pull up. I'm like, oh, may I actually hit something? That's gonna be. So it's gonna be 5d6.
Oof.
Whew, let's go.
Used. Okay. Right. Ooh. 11, 15, 17. So it's going to be 21 points of damage.
21. All right.
And what it does too on so it takes that's radiant damage on the next attack roll made against its target before my next turn. So everyone has advantage on it because now it's like glowing like a dim light, kind of glowing off it.
Yep.
So.
And Uranus, you see this from, around the corner. You see this like glow all of a sudden appear and kind of peek your head, and the creature is glowing. Artemis, you see it too, and like just kind of like, okay, yeah, right there. There's its weak spots. Takes a massive chunk of damage.
And I charge up to you. See me just charge up because I'm exhausted with the last thing. So just use all the energy I have into it. Just all my concentration. Just like let it build. Just.
Kamehameha, you throw this thing at it and just blast off one of the legs that goes skittering across the floor. And it reels back and like begins to tip before a leg kind of like, swivels a little bit to like position itself and give it more of like a tripod-y type stance. And the fire builds up again in it, but it is now looking rough.
I knew you could do it.
So the next attack roll has advantage, but then not after that.
Is just one? Okay.
It's just the next one. Yep. All right, so that's its turn. It's going to recharge. Does not recharge. However, now being attacked directly by you, it comes forward and takes a. Let's see, it's going to come to there. And it's going to take a swipe at you with one of its bladed arms. That is going to be a 14 to hit.
Nope, doesn't shield. Nope, not that.
This is right off the shield. And you now, having gathered yourself and having the inspiration of your new ally, like you kind of raise the shield, it goes spring on, and the shield just comes down and reveals your face, just right back at it, with little bits of Schubert poking out of your helmet.
It's a little bit.
That is its turn. Artemis, you're up.
Okay, so I'm gonna firebolt one more time. Can I aim it at like one of the legs? Is that? Yeah,
you're trying to specifically take a leg off?
Yes.
Okay, so you'll have advantage.
Okay.
You have advantage on the strike from Guiding Bolt, so just go ahead and make an attack.
That's 18 to hit.
18. Whew. Good thing for that advantage. The 15 would have missed. Go ahead and roll your damage.
Oh, gosh.
4 points of damage.
4 points of damage. Bing! Another leg goes flying off of it in this moment. And it is now, like, kind of sitting on the ground almost, like able to drag itself, and still has the furnace, but it's moving slower. Yeah.
Okay, and I'm gonna keep moving back. Keep moving back, yeah.
Gotta go for the legs.
Yeah, man.
Okay.
There you go.
All right, that's
Sweep
my
the
turn.
leg. All right. Uranus, you're up.
I am going to you know what? I'm just gonna yell out again to give Rokus Bardic inspiration again and be like, just do it again. And then I'm just gonna I don't wanna be here by myself. So I'm gonna start making my way this way. So that's 30 there.
Okay.
Oh, that's the wrong button again.
You could also use your action to dash if you wanted to and go a little farther.
Oh, yeah. Forgot about that. Rules. So 35 and then
you have 60 total. You could get all the way around to Artemis.
Okay. I'll just run all the way around.
Awesome.
Alrighty.
Yep, you kind of come up behind her and you see Grok is facing off with this thing, shield in hand. And it's looking rough. It's like scraping itself along the ground and it's dented everywhere. Yeah.
So you guys do this.
You see Grok just like sweat. Well, if you see him just like sweating, if you can even see that in much detail, just sweating, looking kind of hunched over a little more, just breathing kind of heavy.
All right.
Tired.
That will bring us to Grokus's turn.
So I say, let's do this, and Dwarvish was going to smooth my hammer. Warhammer, it's classic, you know.
Yeah. Go for the kill.
I'll use my Bardic Inspirations, D6. And nope, it's not going to. It's a 12.
Oof.
12 misses. The hammer comes down, and one of the legs, ching, like, flips up and parries.
I'm gonna stay my ground. Just make sure they're back there. Someone look back, see them there. Stay my ground. Shield just up.
Okay. On its turn, it breathes in, and
No.
it recharges.
Why did I come back here?
I don't think he can get you guys. I think you guys might be.
It is a 15-foot cone. So 5, 10, 15. It's going to hit Artemis, but not Uranus. So
I'm sorry.
I need Grokus and Artemis to both roll dexterity saving throws as the furnace just opens up and at like waist level, just a big spew of fire comes out.
11.
11. Okay.
12.
Both of those pass. The damage.
Just do like 3 damage again. Like
Not this time, my friend. You're both going to take 12 points of fire damage.
Okay.
I am out.
And
Okay.
Artemis goes down unconscious.
Yep.
Grokus, how you looking?
Yeah, I'm still up.
Okay.
I'm looking a lot more haggard, but I'm still up though. Just haggard.
Okay.
Woo.
It can't really go anywhere because Grokus is right there. So yeah, it stays put and just begins to suck in more air through the vents to charge up the fire. That's going to bring us to Artemis. I need you to roll a death save, please.
So what am I rolling?
So you're
D20.
you're rolling a straight D20, no modifiers. 10 or higher is a pass. 9 or lower is a fail, and you have to either pass 3 times or fail 3 times to either come back to 0 or die.
Okay. All right. That's 10.
Okay, so that's your first successful death save.
Yep.
So that's first success.
Okay.
Still unconscious on the ground.
Okay.
Uranus, you're up.
if I cast heroism on Artemis, would that do anything with the temporary HP or?
That is a wonderful question. Let's take a look. I would rule yeah. I mean, temporary hit points are hit points. They just can't be healed back.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Cool. Yeah, I'm gonna say, sorry, Grokus, I gotta help Artemis, and I'm gonna cast heroism on Artemis, so that when her turn comes around again, she gets the 4 HP.
Okay.
Put me up as a cleric again.
Grokus, how many temporary hit points did you have remaining?
I
If
took him
any?
out. No, none.
Okay, you took him out. Yeah.
And I wasn't putting him back either because I figured like it's only 4, and if it loses, I gain it again. So I wasn't like adding them every turn.
Well, every
'Cause
round
they-
you
they
should be
stack.
adding them. Yep.
Oh, they
Yeah,
stack.
And then
stacks.
going.
Yeah,
Yep, they
it's
stack and kind of go up
so
and down.
I would have had, so then I'm going to just add 4 more because I didn't add the last one because I figured okay. So it's okay to add 4 more health then?
Sure. Yep.
Okay.
Okay. But that's still under your max, right?
Yes, because it's still going to be, because I'm still,
Okay.
yeah.
It says when the spell ends, the target loses any remaining.
Right. So if you had
Never
any,
mind.
well, if you had any above your max,
Oh.
Oh,
no, I guess they would
okay.
be 4. Yeah. So yeah.
Okay.
So what happens is you had 4. They were lost.
Mhm.
So you would have lost the 4 from the damage.
Okay, yeah.
So still add them back because you still have your normal pool of hit points.
Oh, I get you. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like a shield almost, like
I don't
a
know why
health shield. Yeah.
I don't know why I'm arguing getting health. Like, no, no, I don't get that. Like,
I want to beat this thing at 1 hit point. Okay, I just wanted to make sure you weren't gonna like drop dead from him dropping the spell or anything, so we're
Oh
good.
dang, that'd have been nuts. Like, I saved Artemis. I'm on the ground, just like.
And then you're just there, the only one conscious in that moment. Okay, so that's your action.
Yep.
Anything
I
else?
don't think I'm gonna. Bonus action. I'm gonna give Artemis Bardic Inspiration.
Hey.
I'm just gonna say, come back to us.
I'm gonna rule that Bardic Inspiration does not work in this instance because she can't hear you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not in the sense that it means anything.
Yeah.
You know, she's unconscious in this moment.
Okay.
So don't waste don't worry about wasting the thing. You would know that.
Okay.
There's
Then
no
that's
sense
the end of my turn.
playing to a passed out drunk crowd.
Right. Yeah.
Play to me. I'm not drunk. I'm your biggest fan.
Yeah, that's it for me then.
Okay. That'll bring us to Grokus.
So, because I'm going to hear Artemis probably fall, so would I? And I saw it, and
Yeah,
I heard
you can turn and
Artemis,
see real quick.
okay.
Yeah.
And I said that seemed so. I didn't notice that he did anything, because otherwise I'll probably do spare the dying, unless I knew he did something.
Well, you saw him touch her, but you maybe aren't. You're not familiar enough with him to know what he cast.
Gotcha. Dang, because I wouldn't know. So yeah, but hang on.
Make an Arcana check. So
Okay.
to see whether or not you recognize the spell. It was done to you, but still.
Okay. Oh, well, that's not bad then. Okay, that's gonna be Arcana. You said where is that? Oh, 15. So 15.
Yeah, I would say. I mean, you've had the spell cast on you recently, and you see him, and you see a similar glow of arcane energy. And okay, so he's given her a
Like,
boost.
all right. Okay, so like, she'll get it again. So I know that she's okay at least for the moment. So let's go for the attack again.
Okay.
What's that gonna be? Nope, I don't think so. It's only gonna be a 15.
15. Okay, that does miss. So just bang right off of the metal again. Yeah. Tough armor on this thing.
Oh my goodness.
And I'm gonna stay put and make sure, because like I'm gonna tell like say you guys just get back. Like I'm gonna tell them just kind of leave.
Okay.
Cool.
Its turn.
Will do.
It takes a swipe out at you with its claw. That is going to be a 22 to hit.
Yep.
Oh,
I'm probably out of here.
no.
We need you.
Oh my god. We should have run.
We should have
13
run.
points of
Yep, I'm
bludgeoning damage as it
Yep.
slams into you.
I'm out.
Okay.
Oh god.
Grokus drops. And now, for a brief moment, Uranus, you are the only conscious one here. But very quickly, that changes because Artemis's turn comes up and you get 4 temporary hit points at the beginning of your turn.
Oh, thank God.
So you're no longer rolling death saves. You have 4 hit points and you are conscious.
Okay, cool. All right, let me just add that temporary HP. Thank you so much. All right, I am gonna aim for one of those legs again.
Okay.
With Firebolt.
Okay.
And please let this work. Natural 20.
Whoa!
Yes!
Oh.
Go!
That is a natural 20 for 24 to hit.
All right, so on a critical hit, you roll your dice, double that number, and then add the modifier.
Whew, okay. So that's 2d10. So that is 16 points plus 2 for the modifier, so 18 points of
And the
damage.
16, so you rolled 8 and doubled to 16?
Oh, I doubled the 16?
Yeah, you double whatever you roll for the dice.
Oh, okay. So 32 points of damage?
Yeah.
Whoa! Okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
How,
You'll love
how,
to see it.
how do you want to kill this thing?
Oh my gosh.
So I see Grokus on the ground and I'm just full of fury. My eyes go white and I just send out a mote of white fire at this thing and just engulf it.
Yeah. Whereas before, when you had all seen Artemis casting Firebolt, it had been, yellow-red flame. This comes out as a streak of pure white, almost looking like light itself. It pierces through the air right over top of Grokus's prone body and enters the furnace. And you would think, okay, fighting fire with fire is not going to work. It's just going to add to the furnace, but whatever it hits interior-wise, it burns, and all of a sudden you see these like tiny explosions happening inside of the construct, and smoke, black, thick smoke just pouring out of it, and it falls to the ground, and its internal fire dims out. We are still in initiative because we have a downed party member.
Yeah.
Anything else you're doing on your turn, Artemis?
That is, I'm gonna run over to Grokus.
Okay, half your movement to get up, another 15 feet to get over there. You are next to him.
Okay. And I think that's all I can do for right now, so that's the end of my turn.
All right, Aranis, what are you doing?
Okay, I am also going to come over to them. And I'm gonna say, Artemis, if you're cool with passing out real quick, I'm just gonna give him a little help, and then I think he can heal us back to where we don't. Just...
Do what you need to do.
Let me go. Just go. We're good.
Yeah, I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna hope that
you're casting it on him instead of her.
Yep, I'm just gonna hope that he has some healing stuff.
So you're pulling the plug from one to plug into the other in this moment. I love it. Yeah. I love it. Okay. Yeah, it automatically happens. Artemis, you feel all of a sudden a swoon come over you and you fall down from losing those same temporary hit points. Okay. Grokus, I
imagine while this is happening, like, I imagine, like, I'm probably, like, as I'm, like, dead or unconscious, like, I imagine just talking to my god enter, just, like, you know, kind of exhausted, just, but kind of ready, just looking at him, like, I guess this is probably it. I guess you're... But I'm ready, though. I did what I could do, so I tried to find the balance, but...
And all of a sudden, you wake back up to the smell of horrible burning smoke. And you have 4 temporary hit points. As we yo-yo the party.
Yeah, right.
Do I see Artemis on the ground?
Yes.
I'm going to quickly just say a quick chant in Dwarves and do Spare the Dying.
Okay. So Artemis, you're still unconscious, but you're not rolling any saves. You're just leveled out at 0.
Okay.
Yep.
However,
Grokus, you and Aranis, you know this. You have a minute before those temporary hit points drop.
Yeah. Can you heal yourself or anything? Can you heal her? I don't have anything other than just kind of bumping you guys up a little bit.
I'm too exhausted. I wish that I could. I don't think I.
Okay.
Feeling potions.
But it's okay. I mean, at least she's gonna be fine. At least if you give her at least a night, she's stabilized. So,
is that how it works? If they're stabilized, we just take.
They're stabilized after the period of a long rest. You would come back to consciousness with 1 hit point.
Because they didn't spare the dying, so they're not. Yeah.
However, a minute goes by.
Could I do it myself?
You're not unconscious, and then once you go unconscious, you can't cast anything.
True.
So what happens here, in the panic of trying to figure out what to do and how to piece the puzzles together in this moment, the minute runs out, and Grokus, you feel yourself go unconscious.
But he did cast Spare the Dying.
Nope.
He didn't?
No.
Oh, no.
He cast it on her.
Yeah.
Oh, he did cast it on her.
On her, but he's now dying. So, so here's what's going to happen. Grokus and Aranis are the 2 that are involved in this. Grokus, you're going to be rolling death saves. Aranis, you have the ability to make a medicine check.
Yeah.
With a DC 10 to stabilize him.
Yeah.
So I'm going to say that the first death, I'm going to say it's going to go death save, medicine check until we resolve this. So first death save.
But since he went first, I mean, should it be a...
You dropped first, and he has to begin to prepare what he needs to do.
That's a 14.
Okay, so that's your first pass.
Okay.
So, Aranis, you roll a medicine check.
I have +3 to medicine. That is a 15, so 18.
Boom. He stabilizes. And now, here
I see Anor again. I'm like, I think I'm going with you this time. Like, I think I'm going with you this time. Like, I am so confused. Like, am I going with you?
It's like,
Like, is
sorry,
this-
my call cut out there for a second. I'm back now.
I think. Like I don't.
Amazing. So, Aranis, here deep within the dwarven mine, with the foul beast next to you, slain and smoking, and the skitterer of these large beetles behind you, and 2 unconscious party members, you sit, waiting and wondering what to do next.
God.
And that's where we're going to end today.
Oh my god! Get the log. Get the log. I hope you can remember the log. I'm just
Yeah.
Just get the log if you
Yeah.
remember. If you can
Yep.
remember it the next time.
Oh man, dude.
Oh my god.
That's one of the more
Wow.
wild outcomes to a combat I've
My
had
God.
happen. That's
That's so
amazing.
wild.
Dude.
Oh,
Casey,
That
you
was
saved the
lucky.
day. No, you saved the day like 8 bajillion times that whole time.
Well,
Artemis
Artemis
did the
with that
damage.
Artemis, yeah,
critical
Artemis, yeah,
hit
Artemis,
at the
like-
end.
Artemis, but like,
That
but,
nat
but that
20
never would
was-
have happened if Casey, like, it was team effort.
Yeah.
Like that, and that critical 20. That you're right. That 20 was like that was clutch.
wow.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my God.
Thank you, everyone, for watching. We will be back
my
next
God.
time with episode 3, and we'll see what these 3 would-be heroes can find out for themselves. And
Would be almost
do
dead.
to get themselves out of this situation.
Yes.
Until next time.
Peace out.